All right, everybody. Welcome to Co-Angler's Corner. My name's John Stoutinger.
Cajun Rob, hope everybody's doing well out there.
So we have a special guest tonight, Ashley Klause from Georgia. Just want to say hello to everybody. Thanks for tuning in. If anyone has any questions, please do not be afraid to ask. And we'll be bringing Ashley on in a second. So Rob, I had a lot of people reach out to me as far as last night's show. They're very impressed with the show.
Yep. Miss Violetta, she brings the juice every time. When she's on, y'all better stay tuned because she brings it.
Yes. All right. With that being said, I'm having some Facebook issues as well. For some reason, we were on there, and now I'm gonna bring Miss Ashley on. And we're going to switch because she's much better looking than you are.
Absolutely.
Along with myself.
Absolutely.
Oh. Hello, Ashley. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm all right.
Good.
Glad the cold weather's gone from down here. Y'all can have it back.
No, we don't want it.
I don't want it. No, I don't want it.
Y'all can have it. It's too much for us.
Yep.
It was 24 the other day when we fished, and then it was 17 the next day. So,
yeah, I think the Alabama Bass Trail. I think they launched out at Logan Martin over the weekend. It was like 14. So
it froze.
Some guys couldn't get the boat off the trailer because it was froze to the bunks. So, quite a few.
All right. So, Ashley, if you want to go ahead and give us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, and we'll get into there.
Okay. Well, let's see. I started tournament fishing in 2017. I started with an electric only pond tournament.
Yep.
It's a group of ponds. You could pond hop, do whatever. It's a shotgun start. And that's the first tournament I ever fished. I won it. Somehow magically, I had 17 pounds and I won big fish.
Cool.
My poor dad, all he could do was net fish all night. But from there, it grew into a sickness, I guess, if you want to call it that. And it's just been a snowball effect ever since. I went from that to fishing local clubs to now this will be my third full season in BFL.
Cool. And which division you fish in BFLs?
I fished Savannah River Division this year.
Okay, got you. I'm up in Mountain, Volunteer, and Music City.
I'd like to fish in one division, but
yeah,
I'm not that fancy either. Actually, I'm only fishing in the Northeast. But no, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate the invite.
Yes. So you qualified and you finished what, third or fourth in your division for the regionals?
Fourth at the regionals.
Fourth at the regional, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So you told us a little bit about the story on how that happened. Do you mind telling everybody else?
No, we'll go ahead. Day one. I went up here completely blind, zero practice. I went off of just a little bit of information that I got from a couple friends about a couple colors. Throw a shaky head, which the shaky head's a co-angler's best friend. I mean, behind anybody you can catch fish. But so I went up there with that mentality, which I'm a worm dragger anyway. I like to throw a worm. So I was like, okay, well, this shouldn't be an issue. This place has spots. I like to say that I'm a pretty decent spotted bass fisherman. So I went up there day one, and it was rough. I weighed in one fish for 115. I was in 101st place. going into day 2. Day 2 got paired with a guy fishing completely different. I decided that it was time for me to do something different. If I wanted to make a move, which was going to be my Hail Mary, I needed to do something, and I needed to do it then. And so I swapped around some tackle. I got my big rod out. I got my Tokyo rig, same color worm, but we were fishing in 35 to 40 foot of water on a big offshore flat. It had some stumps and some rocks and stuff like that. And that was our second stop. And from there, I went to whaling on them. My first fish was hey, Tim.
I figured you knew him.
Yeah.
He's in my bass club. That's my best friend. And
Nice.
He's married to my other best friend. But he sat out there on that hump, and the first one I caught, I did catch on a shaky head. I caught, it was probably a 3 3/4 spot. And I was like, all right, there's fish here. I got a little bit of faith. Let's swap it up and throw something different. So I picked up Tokyo rig and I went to town. The next fish I caught was a 410 largemouth. And from then on, I went and just kept catching. I just steady catching fish and ended up weighing 13 and some change that day. And my boater zero.
Wow.
Which, after I caught the first 2, bless his heart, he was like, obviously these fish like you and they're not going to talk to me, so we're going to fish for you. And he's probably one of the best boaters I've ever had.
That's awesome. That's rare.
I mean, we rode through a hailstorm. It was probably 25, 30 mile an hour winds. It was 3 foot rollers and hail. And we're trying to get back to the ramp. And we got back and I helped him take care of things. Like, come on, we're going to go weigh these fish because I know you got a bag. And I went from 101st to 3rd.
Wow.
She's dynamite.
Dynamite on that Tokyo rig. Nothing. Hey, I don't know how you're doing it with the dynamite, but hey, you're keeping the fish alive. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah. That's all, as long as he's still alive and he gets back to the weigh-in still alive.
And it's not live bait. It's artificial. It's man-made. There you go.
But so day 3 I went out and I had a good boater, but he was catching them on a drop shot and he was chasing them with live scope. So that makes it a little difficult for somebody in the back of the boat. And I just happened to get him to slow down just long enough, and I caught 2. I had 2 for 5 and some change, I believe. I caught a decent spot, and then I caught another legal spot. So the limit up there is 14 inches.
Okay.
So, and I ended up staying in 4th.
Ashley says you're.
I told y'all.
That's okay. Hey.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It sounds like we got a battle. Should we auction this off? Who our best friend is?
Sounds like it.
I didn't say it, but I believe Ashton would probably beat up Tard.
Oh, it's all love. It's all love.
Oh, absolutely. They take care of me. I fish with them guys. They treat me like the little sister they never wanted. They deal with my nonsense and I deal with theirs. So.
Oh, did you hit at the same time I did?
Yeah, must have. I wonder what happened.
Rusty. So me and Rusty have been kind of going back and forth for a little while. We also do the side pot fishing.
Yep.
So that's what me and him are both fishing his coves at Kiwi, and we're both into side pot fishing.
That's a great program. I won it twice last year. I got lucky. Got it twice.
I liked it. I wanted it.
Oh,
Norman.
yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Now you got a 3-way battle.
That's Tard's wife.
Oh, I got you.
Now the way she says it is she's your bestie. Nothing about you being her bestie. All right. The other ones are saying you're their bestie. So no, anyways, hey, thank you very much. So you also said you had a pretty good sized bag too for that tournament.
Yeah, I had on day 2, like I had the second biggest bag out of co-anglers and boaters. I had 13 and some
Wow.
change, and I won
Now
big
that
fish
is that for the day or for the whole tournament? Do you remember?
for the whole tournament.
Okay, so that's a co-angler who did not fish with the winning boater, had the largest, second largest bag of the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Out of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
And Kendrick is
The first
Hey,
time
at
I
least,
met was that very first tournament I fished in my electric only, and he come in there, he thought he had won, and he's like, "This little girl beat everybody."
Ashton says the jersey's fire.
Thank you, Ashton. I told y'all this was gonna be hilarious.
hey, we're here for fun and entertainment. You know.
oh yeah, definitely.
It sure beats Rob and I talking about each other.
Yeah.
But no, so you qualified for the All-American.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and where's that going to be at this year? Or
It
is this year.
Yeah, it's Lake Cherokee in Tennessee.
I know it well.
Well, good. I'm gonna need you to go on and send me some help.
Yep.
Because I ain't got a clue. Never
Yeah,
seen
it could be tough, and it will go. You'll be in the middle channel. It'll go 40 foot to 4 foot like that, and no markers.
Oh, great.
So I hope you get a good boater draw at those
hope
lakes.
so. I hope so too, because I'd rather. Well, I'll be up there for the whole week. It's the end of May.
Yep. Yeah, I think Cherokee means small fish, and I think they named it Cherokee for small fish because it's got a lot of them. There are some few nice ones in there.
I just need a handful of nice ones.
Yep.
There you go.
And in winter,
3 days worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. In winter, they'll draw that thing down 40 foot. It's amazing how far they draw that lake down.
They draw my lake way down in the wintertime too.
Yep. Well, you'll be used to it then.
We were 8 foot low.
Okay.
Get her laughing. That's Tim. He's part of my PVA family. I'm real big with the Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Yes.
I do.
You want to talk about that for a little bit, or?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
I'm a volunteer with them. I do a big tournament with them here on Clarks Hill. They're a nationally affiliated thing. They deal with bass. They have a big tournament trail. They go to 6 or 7 different lakes. They're all over. They go from down here in Georgia to Nebraska, Maryland, Illinois. They're all over the place. And I got started with them a couple years ago, and they never let me leave. I've been with them ever since. It's a great group of people. I done drug my dad into it. I make him fish it now too. But some of these guys that run their own boats, they have co-anglers too, and they win a chance to go to the classic.
Sweet.
Nice. Wow. No, Rob and I are both veterans, so.
Yep.
Anytime somebody brings up what's that?
You could absolutely get in.
Yeah. Well, I told you a little bit about me being a veteran. We won't discuss that on air right now.
Yeah. They'll still let you come fish.
Oh, okay. Phew. Honorable discharge, though.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be all right. They'll still let you come.
Your buddy says thanks for y'all's service. Oh.
Thank you.
And Terminator.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
Says girls fish better.
She's been my A1 since day one. She's always been one of my best cheerleaders. Even when she don't make it, she cheers for me, and when I don't make it, I cheer for her. She goes with me on BFLs. We travel together. So.
That's That's what it's about, you know.
Oh yeah,
And
that makes it
Mark
fun.
says, Ashley, you're the best.
Thank you, Mark. Mark's our tournament director for our Southeastern paralyzed veterans.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, so I was looking at your stats.
Water. I promise it's water. There's ice in it too.
Kendrick says making the. So what club do you fish with?
I fished with Backwater Bassmasters out of Clarks Hill.
Okay. All right. And so I was looking at your stats, and you have 3 top 10s in the short amount of time you fished. And that's 2 more than me. And I'm not sure how many more than Rob.
A few.
But that's quite impressive.
Yeah, good, great start. Great
Yes.
start.
Well, thank
19
you.
tournaments, 3 top 10s. What would you say makes you so successful in that?
Adaptability. That's why I started fishing BFL, to make myself fish different, to make me learn new stuff, and to make me do something that I wouldn't normally do.
Yep.
Okay.
And to be able to make the change when you need to make a change.
Yep.
To learn to make that change. To force my hard-headed self. Sometimes, actually, you don't need to throw a shaky head. You need to throw something else.
Yep.
That is
And
true.
keep open mind and keep your
Mhm.
ears out. Fish will tell you what they like, and sometimes you'll just find it by accident.
I agree.
Yep.
Ashton says, what do you want to improve on this year? What new styles you want to improve on or adapt to your fishing?
I need to work on my drop shot still. I've been working on that. I picked it up a few months ago and been practicing with it and trying to get better, because I'm not a little finesse fisherman. I don't want to throw light line. I don't want to, because when I set the hook, I want to cross his eyes.
Yep.
And that's what I've been working on. I've set the hook with that drop shot and snatched it completely out of the water. But I need to learn to finesse fish a little better. And
Okay.
I need to make Ashton teach me how to throw a Ned rig and fish a Ned rig and do all that crazy stuff. But just to learn some new techniques. Like I said, I need to work on my drop shot. I need to work on finesse fishing. And I really need to work on power fishing too. I'm not a power fisherman, except in the summertime.
Yeah, I hear you. I used to be a big power fisherman, and now probably 75% of my fishing is drop shot.
Yep.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
I can catch them on it. I can, and it just takes me a minute, but it's hard for me to pick my fairy wand up anymore.
You don't have to.
Mm.
Well, I could throw a power shot, I guess, if you really wanted to.
There you go.
Awesome on docks, by the way.
It's good to know. I need to write that down.
Yep.
That may have been a hint for you, by the way.
Yeah, possibly.
Write this down.
Hey, you don't have to write anything down. We'll have this stuff recorded on YouTube. You know, you can.
Yeah. Let's go back and rewatch.
Yep, there you go.
I basically, you want to get away from just dragging a worm.
It's
Ashton
hard to
says.
do that because bass eat worms. Bass eat worms 365 days a year.
They also eat fish.
That's true. But, well, you have a point.
Here's another bait. Hula grub.
That's old school.
Yes, it is. And that works very well up here. I'm in New York, by the way.
I'm in Central Kentucky.
I couldn't tell by your accents where you were from.
I've been all over.
We don't have.
We've been all over.
Ashley has an accent, not us, right?
Yep.
Right, Rob?
Yep.
Wait a minute now. I don't sound that bad.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. Probably sound really bad.
Nah. You can...
No. So one misconception people have as far as a drop shot, you have to use light line, lightweight. Personally, up here in the St. Lawrence River, my lightest weight I throw is a 1/2 ounce on a drop shot with 6-pound test.
Yep.
So you can, but you have to figure it out. And one of the things I figured with that, a little tip, is go to a lighter rod.
Yeah.
Okay. Because a lot of people use a stiffer rod for drop shot. I'll use one that's more parabolic, so there's a bigger bend in it, so that when I do set the hook like crazy and try to pull their tail through their mouth, it doesn't like you're trying to do. It doesn't do that, and also set the drag a little loose.
Yep.
Yeah, my drag is. I'm throwing a medium with 12-pound braid to a 14-pound fluorocarbon leader. But I'm throwing mine in trash.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it in the middle of a brush pile. I'm throwing it in the middle of a rock pile because my lake, we don't have any grass anymore because some people thought that it was a good idea to get rid of all the grass.
Yep. Happens everywhere.
Yes.
And then another misconception about the drop shot. Everybody wants to fish it deep. I caught as many fish on it shallow last year, pitching it up shallow.
But that doesn't work on Cherokee Lake.
Could be. Actually, I won my side pot on Cumberland, flipping a drop shot up shallow. So I'll just say that.
All right. What lake has been most challenging for you, and why?
Good question.
She's asking me this because she already knows the answer and she's making me think about it. Probably Kiwi because it's crystal clear.
Yep.
It's extremely deep. And it's just, I mean, I'm a spot fisherman. It's full of spots. I can catch spots, but just figuring out how to catch these fish in 50, 60, 70 foot of water is kind of. And I struggled at Murray too, which I'm not real sure why. Murray's a herring lake, but I don't know what.
Yep.
I don't know what happened to me.
Rusty says he uses 15-pound leader line, LOL.
Hey, if you get away with it.
Get along.
James Wheatley, any suggestions for a good swim bait rod for Berkeley Cull Shad? Just bought several. I'm not sure which rod to use. Never thrown them, so I can't help it.
Let's see. I throw my mag draft on a medium heavy with 14-pound fluorocarbon. Just something with a fast tip, so you still got a little soft tip. So you don't have to worry about. You kind of sweep into them just like with a crankbait.
Yep.
Okay. One of my buddies says, "Evening, guys and guests. Hey, Papa D. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, let us know, guys. Where are you guys from? So we can get a rough idea."
Oh Lord, everybody out here.
Yeah, 15-pound braid on his drop shot is what he meant to say.
Yep. We know what you mean.
And Ashley probably thinking the same thing. I don't like that bait, so that's what I'm going to call it. I don't like that technique.
Yeah.
Catches them.
I know it does. It catches them. I've been working on it. It's hard for me to do.
Yep.
South Carolina?
Mm-hmm. Should be a couple South Carolinas. It should be a Kentucky.
Jeez, is this ironic?
Well, they kind of live in the same house.
Oh, okay.
So, what is a technique that you, outside of finesse, your favorite technique? You said I believe you said was a Tokyo rig.
Yeah, I'm a worm.
Or one of them.
Yep.
I want to throw a Tokyo rig or a shaky head.
Okay. Any tips for throwing a Tokyo rig? Because I don't throw it up here.
Fish it just like a Texas rig.
Okay.
It's the same. All it is a baby, like a baby power shot.
Yep.
Bigger hook, bigger bait. I mean, you don't have to necessarily go with a bigger bait. You don't necessarily have to go with a bigger hook.
And it works great in grass. I fished it down in Toho at a Bass Open and with a blue tail Cinco, and that really works good in grass.
It comes through grass, it comes through brush, it comes through rock.
You can't throw a deep diving crankbait.
That's my dad.
Oh,
I figured.
He's the one got me started throwing big crankbaits. We in that pond tournament, which you're gonna laugh, we throw 6XD.
Yep.
And he absolutely destroyed me one day. He caught 20 fish in 21 casts.
jeez.
On a 6XD. All I could do was net fish, and I'm trying to cull, and I'm covered up in fish.
Yep.
Great memories, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What do you like most about fishing BFLs besides learning aspect?
It's a great way to meet new people who have the same sickness that I have.
Yep.
I've met a lot of great people doing it. I've met a lot of people who are going to be lifelong friends. Rusty's one of them. I mean, we get houses together with these guys. We all hang out. We cook together. We rig tackle. We swap stuff back and forth. I mean, it's a great way to get into it for the little local guy, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I know with me, I've met plenty of people just by doing an Airbnb, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, good friend of mine, Jeremy May. He can cook. Can't bake, but he can cook.
I think he was trying to use the Cajun cooking on the pie. It didn't work out too well. The blackened, I don't think it worked too well.
No. Oh, it worked well. It was totally blackened.
It was done. A little overdone.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep.
Yes. And James says we lose money to each other on side pots.
Yep.
I met James at Lake Norman. I beat him on the side pot fishing.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
He had me on day one, and I snuck back up on him on day two.
And he was proud as anything after day one, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they never forget coming back from Eufaula. I think I caught all shorts day one. Didn't weigh anything. Day two, I had a decent one and a short. I think I finished 77th. So I'm driving through Atlanta, and you know how traffic is in Atlanta. Your boy Rusty texts me, says, "Hey, congrats!" I'm like, "For what? You won the side pot?" I'm like, "Really?" So shout out Rusty. That made my day, man. I made a tough trip worth it. So hey, Rob, I'd say I appreciate it, man. That made my day. Barely, man. It was. I worked hard for those 2 fish. Bailing out the boat every time we stopped. That wasn't too fun. And my bruised ribs, I forgot too. So
Yeah.
I earned it. You'll get
Rusty
me the next
says,
time.
Yeah, right. Get at him and you follow.
Yep.
So, is there anything special you do with the Tokyo rig? I mean,
Or favorite bait to use on.
Yeah, favorite bait, or if you want to talk about your setup on the Tokyo rig.
I like to throw a trick worm. I like to throw a speed crawl on it too, or a Magnum speed crawl. Magnum speed crawl works real good also. But
nice.
Like I said, I'm throwing it on a 7.6 medium heavy with 17-pound fluorocarbon because, like I said, I fish in the trash. I'm gonna throw it right in the middle of that brush pile. I'm gonna throw it right in the middle of that rock pile. I'm gonna throw it up in the dirt on the bank if I have to. And it's a good all around. It catches fish. I mean, it's hard to argue with it. It catches fish. It's caught me fish everywhere I've taken it. So.
All right.
Yeah. It'll probably work at Cherokee. Carolina rig works pretty good
Mhm.
on Cherokee.
Write it down,
Just say.
put it in my pocket.
I hope they're not giving some secrets away, but a
No,
Zoom
it's-
lizard on a Tokyo rig in springtime's a killer.
As
Ooh,
lizard works really good. I do like to throw a lizard on it too. I like to throw a
Yep.
lizard on a shaky head.
Yep.
You
That's an
guys,
old school.
it may be old school, but I've never caught a fish on a shaky head.
Wow.
Where have you been?
Serious.
Where have
That's
you
what I
been?
started out throwing. That's what I started out on.
That was the first thing that first tournament I ever fished, that electric only, I won on a shaky head with a Zoom Magnum finesse worm.
Yep.
I caught every fish on that. Black.
I used to throw when I first started fishing. It was a Berkeley blue flack worm and a hula popper.
Wow.
90%
That's
of
old
the time.
school. Yep.
That's yeah. Ashley, you're probably too young for that.
I know what a hula popper is. There's probably one hanging up somewhere here in my shop right now.
James says missing out on a shaky head.
See, you
Gotta
got to
throw
pick
it, man.
I'm telling you, you got to
And
pick
that's
it.
I threw it for an hour straight down at where did I go? See, you remember where you go. I can't, so I must be way older than you. No, Chesapeake Bay.
Yep.
Not one bite. I
Come on,
switched
Some
over
days
to
like
drop,
it.
I switched over to a drop shot. Bam. Like
Come on down here with me. We'll teach you how to catch them on shaky head. Come on down here. A bomber long A.
Hey, those work good in Florida with heavy line. I'm just saying early spring, but
they work
Just
good
saying.
up here too.
yep. Old school.
Ashton wants to know what the biggest thing that may keep you from going to the boater side.
That's the easiest way to put it. That's the only thing that stopped me this year. I had some vehicle issues and had to put a new transmission in my truck. So that took all
Ooh.
that took all my fishing money away. Because like I do this by myself. I have one good number one tackle. They take care of me. They pay for me a couple of tournaments and stuff like that. But other than that, I do all this by myself.
Yeah. It's tough. Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Rob's trying to break out a secret.
You got talking me shaky heads now. If I got one, I'll show you what I've been. That's
And
the
James
juice
says, I
right
have a
there.
question. What do you do if you had to fish Smith Lake,
Oh Lord.
Alabama, asking for a friend?
That's that perfection shaky head, by the way. He's got the little arms on it. If I can get it to do right, there he goes. Got the little arms. That thing is awesome in wood. I mean, rock.
James knew what I threw at Smith Lake. I caught him on a shaky head.
Yep.
But he's talking about my regional last year, which was it was a dumpster fire. We took off day one, and my boater ran 30 minutes from the ramp, and his lower unit went out.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was on good fish. The day before in practice, I had probably 15 pounds. I had the right idea. I had the right bait. I had the right areas. I knew what the fish were sitting on, and out the window she went.
I caught him good on I caught him good on drop shot there, and then on Toyotas. I fished Toyota there a couple years ago, and then my boater day 2 was live scoping. I kid you not, in 100 foot of water, trolling motor on 10 doing this number.
Yep.
I was like,
that's what they did. That's what happened to me.
Yep. That's a tough day.
Day 2, my boater burned. He paralleled the bank all day, 3 foot from the bank.
Yep.
And I caught fish behind him, but they were just all short. They have a slot limit on Smith Lake.
Yep.
Anything between 13 and 15 inches, you got to throw back. So
They got one like that on Dale Hollow. Dale Hollow's like that too. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm not a slot limit.
I'm gonna do a little commercial here for a second. For all you guys, we're getting close to 1,000 followers on Facebook. Just some of the things we're giving away once we hit 1,000 followers. I have some wicked weight tungsten jigs here. Some Hayabusa hooks. I think 5 packs of hooks, 3 jigs, some travel hooks, some K9 line, and a set of MGM cull tags. Okay,
That's gold right there.
Nice.
You see,
that's all. You know, we're 64
Hey, am I
followers
supposed to
away.
win these? Can I win these?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
as long
yeah,
as you follow us.
Yep.
So no, that's all I wanted to say about that.
Oh, and a Jimmy Houston book and Jimmy Houston sunglasses also on that.
Okay, does that mean we're going to catch fish like Jimmy?
I'm maybe I like spinnerbait pretty good.
All right, and Rusty says, "What time of year for Smith?"
Oh, when was that? It was cold. We went in October of last year, but it was it was oddly cold. We had frost on the ramps.
Ooh.
It was, and then we had a 2-hour fog delay the next day. It was rough down there. It's a really pretty lake. It's beautiful and it's fun to fish, but whew, them guys out there chasing them in 300-400 foot of water's rough.
Yep.
But get you a little spoon, Rusty. That's all you gotta do. Flip you a little spoon, a little ball head jig, swim bait.
Yep. And fish slow.
Yep.
So,
You can go and
Of all
flip
these-
docks. I caught them on docks.
what is your favorite lake to fish?
That's a hard question. I love Russell. I love Lake Russell. That's probably one of my favorite places to fish. That's probably one of mine and my dad's favorite places to fish. I love Hartwell too. I like Hartwell a lot too.
Okay. They smoke a jig for sure.
Hard to go wrong with a jig.
Yes, sir. Sorry. All right, you hit them. I'll read them.
Okay.
I was out there in a Carhartt bench because I wasn't expecting to be that cold.
Ooh. That's cold. You put your Carhartts on. That's brutal.
Look, hey,
But-
we fish.
Ask James what kind of shoes he had on.
Uh-oh. He didn't have Crocs on, did he?
He had on Crocs.
Oh my! Well, hey, Rob, let's not put anything more up about him. He wearing Crocs.
Now I've done that with wool. I've done that with wool socks and Crocs, and actually that ain't too bad.
Yeah.
So maybe he had wool socks on. I'll just say it.
He was probably He probably was barefooted.
Hope not. Oh, that's funny.
Oh gosh.
Oh Lord.
That's
the
pretty funny.
president of my bass club.
Okay.
Headed to Lanier. What's your thoughts on Lanier?
Let's see. Anthony, in February, I caught 13.5 pounds on a shaky head. I went and fished Lanier, never saw it a day before in my life, 0 practice. And I finished 11th, I think, on that one.
All spotted bass?
Yep.
Yep.
Now's the time to catch the bigs. They up there still catching 22-pound bags right now.
Ooh.
All spots.
Well, there's your answer to your question right there.
Told you.
He's a better man than me. I'll just say it.
So I've never caught a spot either, by the way. We don't have them up here. Even when I went down south, I didn't catch any.
We got them down in Kentucky. You have to come down here and catch them, man. Cumberland's loaded with them.
Okay. I'll do that when you come up to Champlain.
All right, you got a deal. You got a deal. I'll get up there one of these days.
I know. I'll get down there.
A 5 or 6 pound smallmouth.
What's that?
I said, imagine you catching a 5 or 6 pound smallmouth.
Yeah.
And you pull it in, it's a 12-inch spot.
Yep.
They fight like a bulldog.
And they won't give up.
Pull,
They don't give up.
Do not quit.
See, the smaller, because they're in the river. So with a lot of current, a 12-inch smallmouth fights like crazy.
Yep.
Mhm.
But the bigger ones don't fight as much until they get up to the boat. Then it's like
Then they go straight down.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. Been
So
there, done that.
where is your favorite? It says shallow as far as
Yep.
linear.
I was pitching in the back of pockets, up on the bank, fish it up on the bank all the way off back, all the way back to the boat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But when I was there in February, they were schooling.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
We were in a pocket that they were schooling in. Forward facing sonar.
Oh, I thought he was talking about fantasy football.
Fantasy fishing.
There you go.
We go to my fantasy fishing league, so I mean,
Yep.
we could talk about fantasy fishing, but it has its goods and its bads.
Yeah.
I have it on my boat. I feel like sometimes it causes me more trouble than it's worth.
Yep.
Sometimes I feel like I spend too much time looking at fish that aren't going to bite.
Yep.
Yep.
So I've gotten to the point where I use it predominantly to find stuff. I'm looking
Yep.
for a broke pile. I'm looking for a rock hump, something of that nature. I'm looking for a rock pile. I'm looking for a ditch ledge.
So of all the places, where would you like to go fish? One of your biggest bucket lake or river
Lake
or
Fork. Lake
Yeah.
Fork.
what's that?
Lake Fork.
That's a
I
good
wanna
one.
go catch- I want to go catch some Texas giants.
If you ain't scoping, you hoping.
Sometimes.
See, I'd like to see a tournament up here where they take the scope off up in
We've
the
talked
river.
about that down here.
Yep.
We talked about putting trash bag over yours and having the tournament director tape it up and sign it.
Huh.
Fishing
Pretty
without
interesting.
Nice. Can you see the comments or no, until we put them up?
it. I didn't see that one.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
See, she want to go to Texas with me. She want to go catch some giants.
Can't blame her there.
Anthony. Well, I guess we're gonna have to take a Texas road trip. I guess.
There you go. Oh, so we've talked about a lake you want to go to. Where's a place you never want to go back to, if you don't have to?
Harris Chain.
Really?
I am not a grass fisherman.
How
I
can you
am
not
not
be a grass fisherman?
Because
With
there's
what
no
you
grass
throw.
where I live. There's no grass where I live.
Yeah.
I can't. It's hard to say. There ain't real. That's a lie. There's never anywhere that I'm not going to go and fish. Never ever.
Right.
I just told y'all a complete lie. Because I'm never not going to fish. You could take me anywhere in the world. If there's a pond or a lake or something, I'm going to fish it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
You
matter
didn't
if I have
like-
a horrible tournament there or anything like that. I'm going.
I just asked where you don't want to go. I didn't say where you'd never go.
Well, I'd prefer to not go to Florida unless we're going brim fishing.
You just blew Rick Amato's mind, I think. He lives down there though too, so
I'm not a grass fisherman, and I just don't. I don't like it.
hey, everybody's got their knacks, so
If I never go back to Lake Norman, I'll be back. I'll be okay with it.
You ain't the only one, man. I've heard a few say that.
Norman was tough.
Yep.
My home lake I live on is a nightmare. It's tough. It gets beat up. It's rough. It's eat up with spots.
Yep.
Throw the frog, he says.
How did I know he was going to say throw a frog?
That's aggravating though. I've done the frog at Chickamauga and had like 15 blow ups and nothing. Just like
Yeah, see,
Russell, you don't need to go to Michigan for big smallmouth. You can come to New York.
or Del Hollow. Just saying.
You caught a 7 out of her boat.
Wow.
the first time I ever went to Murray, me and Ashton went to practice last year for my BFL, and I flipped the edge of the grass at Murray and caught a 7-pounder.
Now, what you split? What?
I flipped the edge of the grass
Yep.
with a shaky head and caught a 7-pounder.
So, but you can't fish grass, but you catch a 7-pound.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, just a 7. That's all.
That's
I
it.
didn't say I can't fish grass. I just don't like it that much. But that's because I've never been anywhere that had enough grass for me to have to learn how to fish it the right way.
No, I got you.
Right. No, we're just picking on you, Ashley.
No, it's okay. I knew everybody was gonna heckle me. It's all right.
Grass is tough.
So, what are you planning on fishing this year?
I am back on the Savannah River Trail for BFL.
Okay.
I fish AFTs, the ABA division of AFTs, the singles.
Yep.
Okay.
What else do I fish? I fish all my local stuff. I fish club stuff. I'm doing stuff with my high school this year too. With my alma mater, they have a high school fishing team, so I'm going to captain some of those kids too. And then of course I do my paralyzed veterans at the end of the year.
Nice. Sounds like you have a full schedule. Nolan, Kentucky.
Hadn't fished that one yet. It can't be as tough as Harrington. Come on, James.
Can't be the worst of Harrington.
I've heard some horror stories about Nolan.
Yeah. All right, we're about 47 minutes in, Ashley. Believe it or not. Would you like to talk about some of the people who support you, some of the sponsors, or anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. I'd like to thank my A1 since day one, #1 tackle in North Augusta, South Carolina, Dustin and Dean Moore and Mama. They always, from the beginning, they've always taken care of me. They do all my hats. I do a lot of tackle with them. They do my shirts. Anybody needs custom hats ordered or shirts, anything like that, get on #1 tackle. They have an online store. They make some really nice lids. These hats be hatting, is what he likes to say. But
nice.
They've been with me they got on with me last year, which I've dealt with them for a long time. I've dealt with them since 2017, since I started tournament fishing. And I'm a mom and pop type.
Same.
I really like to deal with my mom and pop stores. I love the local people because I like to support my community. I mean, these guys, they care about me. I'm going to care about them. I want to keep their doors open just like I want them to keep me fishing.
Absolutely.
So,
100%.
Anthony on here, AG's Backbone Baits. He makes me some soft plastics. He makes some really nice punch rigs. He's the one that caught me my 2 fish in Florida with his flipping baits. Let's see, who else do I deal with? I deal with Pulse Fishing, Scrounge Your Heads.
Yep.
Those work really good on Heron Lakes.
James Gold got some good stuff. We've talked to him on here before, and he's going to be at the Knoxville East Tennessee Fishing Show. So I'm definitely going to run, check him out, check out his stuff.
Go pick you up a Scrounge Your Head. It makes a difference.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Let's see, who else do I do? My PVA family, they take care of me. My Paralyzed Veterans of America is my Southeastern District. Gosh, y'all are making me think so much. All these people that I don't realize that really do help me a lot.
Yeah.
I'm with Blue Tungsten. That no chip tungsten is really nice. And
Yeah.
I beat the crap out of it, and it don't chip like they said. I was skeptical to begin with, but I beat it out here on my concrete in the yard just to see. And it does not chip. I do like this label also, because that's a pain. You get tungsten that's not labeled.
Yep.
It's not fun to deal with. Let's see, who else do I got to deal with? My bass club, my backwater bass masters. They deal with my nonsense. I deal with them. We're a great little club. We're all a bunch of friends. Everywhere we go, if we go out of town or something, we all camp together. We all stay together. Swap info back and forth. Just do any little thing we can to help each other. And they come and volunteer for my paralyzed veterans tournament too. So they usually come and boat captain or help me back boats or get people signed up, stuff like that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Excellent. It sounds like you're doing okay.
I'm trying. It's tough. I mean, a lot of people tell me, "Oh, you're a girl. They'll sponsor you." No.
It's hard for everybody right now.
It is.
It doesn't work like that.
I mean, you were on our show last night. I hope you got some, or listened to it, I should say. It's not as easy as people think.
Absolutely not.
10, 12 years ago, it was a lot easier for women. Nowadays, it's equal. They get told no as just as well as men do.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we get told no more than you.
Could be.
Possibly.
But I mean, that's just my theory behind it, because I feel like a lot of these people, they don't have, I still get it all the time, and it's sad to say it, I still get it, but I pull up to the gas station or something with my boat, and they're like, "Oh, your dad lets you pull his boat?" And I'm like, "No, this is my boat."
Yep.
"Oh, you're gonna go fishing? Girls go fishing?" Yes, I go fishing. I fish about 3 days a week. I go out there and I put the work in, and I try to do. This is what I want to do. I mean,
Yep.
I'm trying to make it just like everybody else, and I feel like sometimes we get snubbed. You're
Okay.
welcome, Anthony. But maybe that just might be my personal opinion. I feel like we don't get taken quite as seriously.
Ronnie wants to know if you've always been competitive.
Always. He knows that's my stepdad.
Okay.
When I didn't start out fishing, I started out barrel racing. I started out with horses.
Okay.
So I've always had this fire to just compete. I always wanted to do the best that I could do with what I had. And I went from horses to fishing. So I just went from one expensive hobby to the next.
Yep.
James, you hit it right on the head. If most sponsors you're going to get nowadays are going to be non-endemic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if that's what you want to, if you want to get sponsors, that's where I would search.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or maybe that's something I need to reach out to is some other places that don't.
Mark said it's a very nice boat. What's her name?
Her name is Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah. All of my lettering and everything on my boat is in Terminator logo. There's Terminator. So I named her Sarah after Sarah O'Connor, because Sarah O'Connor's, she's bad.
Oh, yeah.
James says, keep grinding, you'll make it. You got to have the fire. Yeah. Oh,
absolutely.
Rob, any questions from you?
No, I said be prepared. Cherokee's gonna be tough. It's gonna be it'd be like Norman.
Right.
And get good on your finesse game. That is good. But yeah, definitely bring your finesse game with you.
Well, it's got spots in it, so I got a little bit of wind in my sails.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good point.
Okay.
Yes.
A lot of those out here.
They don't have them in Hey, since you're in Georgia, look for hotels. They're very good people at hotels for sponsors.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm not going to try to get any sponsors from any hotel in Georgia.
That's another story for another day.
Yeah, but no. Anyways, was that one from Ashton, Rob?
Yep.
I just saw it pop up.
Well, it popped up. Then there it is.
Ned rig all day on Cherokee.
Oh gosh,
Possibly.
Ashton and his Ned rig.
Did you tell him about your first big fish?
The first big fish I ever caught was a double digit.
Dang, that's a good way to start.
I was 11. I caught it on a Rebel Popeye in perch scale.
Yep.
On a Zell Rowland edition. It was signed by Zell Rowland.
Yep.
On a
I got some of those.
5'5" Shimano Beastmaster. I still got the rod sitting here. I'm looking at the rod now. It's sitting here hanging up in my shop.
Is it a pistol grip? Oh, pistol grip.
It's the little short.
Yep.
It's a little short. It's not a pistol grip, but it's an open face, but it's just a little short one.
Gotcha.
It's quite a pistol grip. It's just a little bit longer.
Oh, I got you. Think he's throwing you a hint there.
I know he won't. We're gonna catch him. We've been on this kick. We've been trying to catch him on these big draws and these big glide baits like my dad loves Ben Milliken.
Yep.
We trying to. If he can do it, God dang it, we can do it too.
Yep.
Got to figure it out.
I won't read this one out loud, but
yeah, that's where it started from. That's where the Mickey rig started from, actually, is East Tennessee. So it's been around there for a while.
I have to make sure. Let me write this down. Put this in my pocket too.
oh,
Yep.
You got that? Okay.
Yep.
I got it.
Okay. Yep.
In my pocket.
All right. Oh, Ashley, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it. It was fun getting to know some of your friends and your family and your club mates.
I apologize ahead of time.
You good?
There's nothing to apologize except for the drop shot.
Yep. But she's on with a good weight company, so she'll get to hook up.
Is that what she said?
No, it started with a W, but it wasn't that one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Woo!
Fishing is a contact sport.
Yep.
So
good weights.
Yeah. Like I said, thanks for coming on. If you want to stay back in the green room for a minute, we get chatting.
Okay.
And
good luck on your BFL season. Hope you make the regional again.
I hope so. My first BFL for this season starts Saturday. I go to
Wow.
Look, so, where is your regional this year? Do you know?
Pickwick.
Okay.
Not bad.
So we'll see. It's another one I've never seen before, so we'll see.
Yep.
We'll leave it with that one.
Yep, there you go.
Thanks,
all right.
Thank you guys. Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I don't want that. All right.
There we go.
What a pleasant lady.
Yeah. Yep. Start off with a double digit. First fish was a double digit. That blows my mind.
I haven't gotten there.
I caught a 5-pounder when I was about that age. I was king of the world. Sent the picture in the newspaper and everything, but nope, not even close to a double digit. But
no. Boy, that's crazy.
Yeah, I still ain't caught a double digit. And how old am I? 55. I've caught an 811. I think my best is 811. So
my best is 612. So
you get there.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You're in the land of giants up there, so you'll get a big smallie.
Yeah. Ironically, that's the same weight as my my daughter's birth weight.
Wow.
So, all right, everybody. Well, just want to say thank you for tuning in. Hopefully see you again tomorrow. If anyone has any questions, always shoot us a message or talk to us on our social media channels. Before we came on the show, we were, I think, 64 away from our 1,000. Hopefully we get a lot closer after tonight. And we're going to take you out with a little teaser of some of the upcoming shows we have. Anything else,
Okay.
Rob?
Nope. Just want to appreciate everybody for tuning in, and stay tuned for tomorrow night. And everybody have a good, safe day tomorrow. Be safe.